Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night EPAC training, which is fantastic. It's wonderful, or should I say good morning to some people. I think I'm looking at the people coming in from all over Europe. It might be good afternoon, it might be good evening, it could be in the middle of the night, perhaps if you're logging in from somewhere else over the world. But anyway, it's wonderful to see so many people. Tonight, we're very privileged to have with us Ben Mayo, who is our VP or Vice President of Associate Experience. Ben is a dedicated expert in the field of NOWTECH, our cutting edge app that is revolutionizing the way we conduct business and managing our health and wellness goals. He's not only well versed in the latest advancements in this field, but he also has a deep understanding of how to effectively use these tools to optimize your success. Hey, in addition to his professional expertise, Ben is a passionate cycling enthusiast. I bet many people didn't know that, and his hobby provides him with a unique perspective on the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And his passion for cycling and wellness often intertwines his professional life as he understands the importance of balancing, or should I say, achieving balance in both personal and professional goals. Ben's expertise in NOWTECH and his passion for cycling make him a unique and valuable asset in the field of wellness and technology. And whether he's navigating the latest NOWTECH parts of the app or conquering a challenging cycling trail, Ben Mayo is always pushing the boundaries and striving for excellence. So after that one, Ben, I'm going to hand it to you. We're looking forward to finding out everything that you could possibly share with us. Thank you.
I appreciate it, Mark. That was pretty awesome. I mean, I'm thinking that is one of the best introductions because you touched on what I am passionate about. Both of those things, and cycling is my love. But I also think, and I'm going to have to get the answer afterwards, was that artificial intelligence? Because if it was, well played, it was well done. And I am a fan of AI, so way to go, if that's where it came from. So welcome to today's call. I appreciate the invite. I do something similar to what I'm going to share with you today on Tuesday calls. So Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Central Time, I do a full overview on well, not always a full interview, but I do an overview of NOWTECH as well as some of the feature sets inside of the app. So because I do that, several of the faces that I see on my screen today are familiar, and I appreciate you taking the time to show up to today's call, especially since you have experience knowing what I provide on a weekly basis. So that says that maybe I'm doing something right. So I appreciate seeing your happy, smiling faces and your involvement with the NOWTECH app. So if you haven't already been introduced to NOWTECH, as Mark had introduced, it is one of the revolutionary apps that NOWTECH is leveraging to be able to help you grow your business. Now, it's done through several different ways. What we've tried to do is bring together some of the best technologies that we're aware of and partner with an industry expert in being able to help you communicate with your prospects as well as with your associates, your downline organization. I'm going to just touch over a few of the highlights of the app, and then maybe we can talk a little bit more about the features as I share a screen with you. But first of all, the NOWTECH app is free for everyone that is an associate. So if you've signed up in the business, paid that sign-up fee, then you have NOWTECH at your disposal for free for the life of you being an active associate. So that means that your renewal fee that comes up annually, it helps engage to be able to make sure that you have NOWTECH for free. So we believe, we've invested in this tool. We believe that having a mobile app that's also accessible through desktop is essential in being able to help grow your business. We started off with NOWTECH as a contact relationship manager. So this means that you can pull your leads in. Typically, this is the first step in network marketing, is to build your list. The app helps you to be able to build your list by pulling in your contacts, as well as you grow your business. NOWTECH captures that information of your actual customers that you've personally enrolled and puts them into the app. So as you convert customers, you will be able to see their order history inside of the mobile app so that you can know how and when to reach out to them. We are sending alerts through the app. You may have already seen that show up in your email inbox, even if you haven't downloaded the app. So we're pushing customer care activities to your email and to your cell phone to be able to help you know when to reach out to those who have that you've personally enrolled. So that may mean that someone's automatic order is coming up, their subscription order, so that you can reach out to help them revise their order. It also means that we're going to notify you if they've dropped off, if they haven't placed an order for a period of time, that you know that now when you receive that message, it would be a good time to be able to follow up with that prospect, or sorry, with that customer. It also is a prospecting tool. So that means that when you have created your list, you've imported your list of people from your phone or from an Excel file if you're using your desktop, that you now can go about reaching out using all of the resources that are inside of the NOWTECH app. It is market-based, so some languages may have a lot more content in it than others. It is language-based, market-based. So we've tried to be able to help you find content for the right content for the right person, so that you're meeting them where they're at, language-wise and market product specific-wise. If you're selling not for resale products and have access to the US products, that is, from my experience, that is the most robust of content that's available. So if you're not seeing what you're looking for, if you log into that US market, I can share with you how to be able to do that later. But I just want to paint a picture that you have a lot of different resources, whether it's product-based, the mission-based around M5M, it is opportunity-based. We also have your personal NOWTECH websites that are inside of the app as well, so that you can share your ordering page that you know is attributed back to you, so that you don't lose your customers to the internet, but that you can share your link. And then when you're going about prospecting inside of the NOWTECH app, one of the super cool features is that you're going to receive an alert. You'll know when they've clicked on the media that you've shared with them, so that you know that they have now shown a level of interest in what you've sent to them. That would be a great time once you receive that alert to be able to follow up and find out if they were able to review it in full context, or if that you can fill in the gaps for them and provide them additional information. We have an events calendar in there that is growing. So that is a piece where we want to be able to keep in touch with you and be able to push alerts as to when an event is taking place. We also have NOWTECH's AI that's inside of the app. So you can access NOWTECH's artificial intelligence today by just typing in, Googling NOWTECH.ai, and you'll be able to get the latest and greatest trained artificial intelligence around NOWTECH's products. So if you're using something like ChatGPT or Perplexity or all the great different types of artificial intelligence that's out there, what makes ours different is that we've trained it specifically on NOWTECH's products by market, so that you know that when you're going about prospecting and looking for a script, we've used experts like Eric Worre and Richard Brook and Tony Jerry to be able to leverage their speech, their recruiting techniques to be able to help you write the right scripts for being able to reach out, whether it's a intro to the business or a follow-up or asking for the order. NOWTECH AI is inside of the NOWTECH app, so that we've been able to try and put that in your mobile phone so that you can copy and paste those messages into the app with ease. There are other aspects of this mobile app and desktop app that are not active yet, but what we've tried to do is pick a partner that has already demonstrated their ability to be able to execute on things like email drip campaigns, a system for being able to reach out with checking off, it's a duplication system or a duplication flywheel. So you're going to see things that are going to start popping up in the app over time. Most recently, the order history is one of those things where we're excited about having that inside the app when you go into that contact relationship manager. So that is a lengthy overview of the app, but getting at the root of it, why would you want it on your phone? It's going to be for customer care cycle. You're going to want it on your phone so that you can have the alerts as to whether it's an event coming up, or the alerts as to when a great time to reach out to a prospect or to someone in your customer downline. You also would want it for the AI aspect, that you being able to leverage that for your prospecting and to be able to have it all on the convenience of your mobile phone. So, and it's free, which makes it affordable for everyone who's wanting to grow their NOWTECH business. So instead of me telling you, I think it's pretty cool. I know that there, as I mentioned, several of you on this call who are already using it. And I'd like to let Mark, who has reached out and spoken to a couple of you, introduce those who are already experienced and let you know their experience before I jump into a few of the features of the NOWTECH app.
Thanks, Ben. That's wonderful. Great. Every time I hear you talk about it, I get even more excited.
That's awesome.
It's brilliant. So yes, we've got two people who are going to share their experience, and out of courtesy, I shall ask the lady of the house to go with us tonight first, please. So Lisa James, could you kindly share how it's been for you? Thank you, with NOWTECH.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Mark. Those of you that know me from other groups know that technology is definitely not my superpower. So when I heard we had a new app, I was like, oh, something else to learn. And yeah, I was a bit nervous, but I went on to Ben's, I think it was early April, one of the first trainings. And I remember him saying there's no better way to learn a tool than by using the tool. That was it. And those words, and I thought, right, just download the app, have a play, watch the trainings, and see what happens. And I love it. So yeah, when I was asked to speak, I thought I'll just pull out my sort of top 5 sort of things that I've found that I've liked. I'd say the first one for me is the fact that you've got the mobile platform. I love that it's on your phone, because I go to a lot of holistic fairs and things, and so I can capture people's details there and then on the phone, instead of having scraps of paper and having to sort of follow up. You can just get them to enter there and then, and they're in your contacts straight away, which is really good when you're on the go. The second thing, for each contact, there's like a notes section. So when I am talking to somebody, if they say, like their son is struggling with this sort of thing, you can just pop notes on the contact to follow up later. So I found that's great for capturing the info, and then when you do message and follow up, you can be a bit more personal because you've got those sort of details that you've captured there and then, which is great. The AI, which you've already mentioned, the NOWTECH AI, that's really great. I love that. So you can get like a fast response either for product information, or I've used it to help me sort of write social media posts. You can just ask it to write a post about a product, yeah, it helps you do that. And you can also sort of personalize messages. If you know something about the contact, you can make the sort of follow up, and when you're sending the links, you can personalize the messages, which is really great. The fourth one is being alerted. That's great. So I've sent sort of videos to lots of people, and then when they've watched them, it comes up to alert you. So then I can make a note to follow up the sort of following day or in a couple of days' time. So it's great to know when they're opened and that they've actually been viewed. So that's really handy. And the fifth one that I only realized a couple of weeks ago is that you can send multimedia sort of links, multiple links. So if you want to send, say, your personal NOWTECH website with a product information sheet and maybe just like a general video on glycans, you can send all 3. You can send like multiple links in the one message or email, which is quite nice, instead of bombarding them with, sort of separate messages. And I did say 5, but I've got 2 more, so I need to quick. I couldn't condense to 5. So number 6 was the personal NOWTECH website. That's brilliant. So instead of having to go in the back and copy the referral link and everything, you can just send it direct straight from the NOWTECH app, which has been really useful. And the final thing I'd probably say is the where every contact you can assign like a prospect status, I think it's called. And so you can, like, people are hot, warm, or sort of park. So you can go through your contacts, and you can, those that you think are close to becoming a customer, you can kind of assign as hot, and then you can kind of focus on those and trying to convert them. Or last week I spoke to somebody who's interested in becoming an associate, but it wasn't the right time. So I've still put them in the contacts, but put them as parked, so I don't sort of forget them, and then you can sort of go and follow up. So that's really handy to have them in the different categories. So yeah, I just say download the app, watch the trainings. They've been brilliant. I haven't been on the lives, but I've been watching watching them on replay, and just have a play and ask questions. And it's really great, really great. We're lucky to have it. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's wonderful, Lisa. How lovely. Thank you for sharing your top tips, if you like, about the features. Great. And secondly, tonight we've got Anthony Godfrey, who's down there in the West Country. Anthony, would you like to share? Thanks, mate.
I was hoping that Lisa would have said it all, but she hasn't touched the sides. It's for me, it's such an easy app to download, again, computer or on the phone. The password on it is linked to your business, so even I can't forget that because it's ingrained with me. Where else am I going to get training? Every Tuesday, and just keep making notes, because something always seems to crop up that just amazes me. 1 week it was having tags, so I could put people into groups, and then, as Lisa said, multimediate and send out to everybody that's in that tag. This is just so time saving for me. You can do multimedia online campaign, so you set who you want it to go to. It then sends out information every couple of days, progressing up over the month, and this is ongoing. And then it lets you know if they've opened it, what their response is, and how you can deal with it. As I said, each week I'm just astounded with what's going on. And to actually see Albala on there last week was a big bonus for me. So I can't praise it enough. I just love it. So thank you very much, NOWTECH.
Awesome.
Brilliant, Anthony. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. So I'll pass it back to Ben. Take it away. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I love hearing those testimonials, if you want to call it that. I love hearing those experiences. Lisa touched on something that I think is super true. That jumping in and using it is the best way to be able to figure it out. If you wanted to really go to the extreme and be able to figure it out, teach it. I know that when I first started getting into the app, and I was very familiar with it, but when you have to go and teach it to somebody in your downline, that's when you're really going to start to understand and unlock what this app really can do for your business. So I would challenge you, and I'll challenge you again, but at the end of the call is to go and try and teach this to somebody in your organization, because that is when you're really going to have to put some muscle memory into what the app can do and to be able to understand some of its feature sets. So I'm going to jump over a whole bunch of stuff, probably way too much stuff, and I'm going to do it quick. Two things to remember. That is NOWTECHtraining.com. That is where the courses are that have quick little videos. I think there's 5 videos on some of the core features inside of the app. If you go there, that is a great place to be able to get really short videos. It also has all of the recordings, barring some that YouTube have taken down, because what I'm going to share with you is a live app screen, and they don't like personal information being shared on their YouTube, and I don't know how to gray it out. So we do have this. There are a couple of videos that are down. That's what I'm trying to get to. So I apologize for that. Those are ones that I need to figure out how to resurrect. But there's 4 months worth of recorded calls. And then there's also the training segments. The second thing was, oh, my email address. So you're likely going to get into this and you're going to have questions that you just can't get an immediate answer. I'm happy to respond. So my email address is my first initial, Mayo, my last name, @manatech.com. I am happy to answer questions, and if I can't figure it out, then I can get you to the right person. If you have technical questions, I used to have them be sent to me, but they're not getting answered as fast that way. The NOWTECH folks want you to send in your technical questions through the app. By doing that, you're actually giving them, it captures what platform you're using, so it knows what cell phone you're on, what version, software updates, and so forth, and it helps them troubleshoot faster the issues that you may be running into. So I'm going to go ahead and share the mobile app. Actually, I'm going to back up and I'm going to say, if you haven't downloaded the app, the first place that you want to go is to your back office and go into the digital tool suite. Now, I hope that it is available in all of Europe. If it's not, I can teach you a way to get to it just as quick. I'm trying to share screen and I'm not multitasking very good. So I need to pause and figure out how to share screen. So this is the digital tools suite page. If you don't have the digital tool suite page under your business category, you can just type in us.manatech.com/tools. While I'm thinking about it, let's see if I can figure out how to put that in the chat. Okay, so there's a link to where you can download the app in the chat room. You can download or you can access the desktop version right here. You also should have in your quick links in your back office something that just says NOWTECH, and it will go ahead and log you in. The very first time you do it, it's going to ask for your username and password. It is what is in technical terms called single sign-on. So what that means is your Manatech username and your Manatech password are the same for this platform. So just use your associate ID and password. And then if you're on your mobile phone and don't want to search for it, these are two of the download links for Android and Apple phones. So once you're inside of the app, I'm going to go now and jump back into the mobile app, which I think most of you would prefer that. I may be wrong, but this is what the mobile app should look like when you log in. As I mentioned, this is a live demo, meaning this data is that of an associate in the field. And I need to log in there so that I can show you what this real data looks like as it flows in through the app. The first thing to know is that you have your settings and your personal profile information is up here in what I call the hamburger. If I click on that, you'll see that you can, and I clicked on, sorry, I'm going too fast probably. Let me back up to, this is the hamburger setting. If you go here, you've got where your profile setting is. This is where you can turn on and off alerts. So if you don't want to receive email alerts from the app, this is where you would go to be able to turn that on and off. We have the opportunity over time to be able to put trainings inside of the app. You'll find that there aren't any in there yet. The events back office will take you back over to your manatech.com back office. You have Mana leads. I would make a special call out on that. This is where you can purchase leads, but if you choose to do that, know that those are North America based leads that you're buying so that you can grow your business globally, obviously. So this is still something that's usable, but is specific to North America for acquisition of those leads. I touched on the manatech.ai. That is here as well inside of that little hamburger that you can access it through that. So if I jump back over, oh, and I guess I should call out the welcome. If you don't go through those very first initial steps when you sign in to the app for the very first time, there's a quick series of welcome slides that teach you an overview of what is inside the app. that is where you could go to see that onboarding. If I jump back, let's see if the home screen is the little house on the bottom left. So I'm back in the initial page, the home landing page of the platform. The first thing that you would likely do if you're using it for the first time is to be able to go and add prospects into the app. So if you, your customer data, but it should be there. So if you're an associate who's been with the business for several years, you'll see your personally enrolled customers are already inside of the app. That no action is needed on your part. But if you want to start building your prospecting list, just go to the people icon down here. And because I'm on a mobile phone, I can add using the plus button. I can add all of the contacts in my phone by doing that, or I can manually select the individuals that I want to do or to import. Now, if I'm on the desktop, it's going to be formatted almost identically as you see it is here. It will still be the plus icon, but if you have a list, an Excel file of people that you would like to go back and reintroduce to NOWTECH, let's say you've been with NOWTECH for 30 years. We've had a couple of times in NOWTECH's history where we've removed customers' data that is of people who haven't ordered for several years. This would be a great way to go about working that list again, is to go into the desktop version and import that Excel document. I'm not going to go into the specifics on how to do that, but if you go back to nanotechtraining.com, there is a video on how to be able to do those types of imports, whether it's your phone or it's an Excel document. So contact manager, I'm just going to dive into a contact here. I didn't practice this beforehand. I may find that there's not enough data in here, but you'll see that this would be someone that's in my organization. This little icon lets me know that they are in my downline. If I click on this, I can reassign them. So if they are a lead for a new product that I want to reach out, I can reassign them. By doing that, I can at a later time, or at this time, I could go and sort and filter by hot leads, warm leads, parked leads, and so forth. So that's why this categorization over here on the right may be important to you if you're trying to work and grow a specific categorized list. So in this case, this is an associate. I may or may not, let's see if I have their order history. I do not, but if you can use this information, we're building it out to be able to identify those who have ordered a specific product. So that's where this order history information will become more important to you over time, is to be able to leverage a promotion that's coming out, to be able to send out a notification to all your personally enrolled customers to let them know that this product that is on promotion, now's the time to take advantage of that. You'll be able to see when they clicked on that, that resource that you send to them, as long as you're sending it through the NOWTECH app. So the send feature is also inside of the contacts. So I'm right now, once again, I'm still just here on the people. So this is what the contact manager looks like. You can, as Lisa had mentioned, put notes in here just by clicking on that field. You can go in and capture your experience, your conversations, so that you can follow up based upon that information that you've already left notes for, spark your interest or your memory as to what they showed interest in. If I jump out of this, there's certainly more to it than what I'm sharing right here, but for a quick overview, that this is what the contact manager looks like. You can group people so that if you're working a list of people that you've met at the gym, you can create a group to be able to reach out to all your gym friends, church friends, and so forth. If I go to the next feature that I'd like to call out is the media library. So we have categorized here in the US market. This is I can change it, but I am logged into a North America account right now, but if I go and I'll just show you real quick how to change that out. If I click up here on the sort, or that's a filter, you can change out the market and the language. And by clicking the apply button, you'll now see the content that is been uploaded into the app that is specific to that very market. I'm going to go ahead and click out of that. But in the North America market, you'll see I've categorized it under business resources. So some of these are videos, PDFs, programs, miscellaneous FAQs, return forms, things like that. Lisa and Anthony both talked about your PMW website. So these are your personal NOWTECH websites that are linked back to you. You can send that out through the app, and to be able to have know that when they click on it and go into it, that it's being all tied back to you when they place that order. Product categories. So you'll see that we've broken it down into skincare, nutrition, wellness, just trying to help find and make it so that you can find things more easily. Finally, just our cause, the M5M organization as well. We have different videos that are in there. You also don't need to scroll through this whole thing. If you're on your mobile phone, you can just pull left or right. If you're on your desktop, you have to drag it left and right. Hopefully can you still see it? It just changed on my screen. Everything good still with being able to see my mobile phone? Okay, great, thank you. It changed the display, so it threw me off for a second. Resources, you have several different here. Change out, try the different regions up here on the top right, and you'll see all the different resources that are available to you. The events calendar, it's the source of truth for everything still is events.nowtech.com. So that is a website. We are still in the process of API plugging in. Sorry, that's a technical term, but we're making it so that everything streams from events.nowtech.com into the NOWTECH app. And then the alerts feature, which if you already have customers and associates that are in the business, you'll find that you likely already are receiving alerts. You can go in there and look and see that this is trying to help you, prompt you to provide additional customer care support to your customers so that you don't lose anyone. This is a great resource to be able to help with retention. So if they haven't set up an auto ship, this is a great moment to be able to go out and to see who that person is and to be able to follow up. We're working to be able to make it to where you can click on their name and to immediately go over and to be able to launch from there. But in this scenario right now, you need to write down Dawn Sherman, go back into your contacts and find her, and then send the media. So the alerts, I think it's pretty fantastic in that it's providing you action. It's telling you things that you, activity that you can take part in today to be able to help create a strong foundation for your customers, as well as the prospecting app. I want to share before we conclude how to share something from the app. You can go through your contacts and use the share. Let me pick a contact here and use the share or send media. You can also just go and do it straight through the library. So there's two different ways to be able to immediately go and send someone contact information or media. I'm going to go ahead and click on media here, and I am going to send to myself the NOWTECH opportunity. So I'm going to click on that. I'm an individual. I'm not going to post this to social media. I'm not going to copy it and put it into a text, but I'm going to go ahead and send it to an individual that's already in my phone. It's an existing prospect. I've already set myself up. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the magnifying glass here. Type in Ben Mayo. And click search. And there I am. Looks like I'm a warm contact. I've got my email that's already set up. It looks like because it's grayed out, I have not yet put in my cell phone number, but I do have my email address in there. I could go ahead and fill out social media profile information so that you can share through the NOWTECH app into social media as well, like a Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. But in this case, let's go ahead and just click on email. And I have several different emails in my account. So I'm going to go ahead and do my corporate account. This is a recommended script. You do not need to worry that it is not going to send this script. It's going to give you the opportunity to be able to edit it. But this is a potential script that you could use. You'll see that you can preview it here. Now, if I go ahead and click continue, what happened super quick there is it opened up my personal email. So you'll see that it is coming from me. If I were to go in here, I could change out which email account it is coming from. But the big call out here is that it's not sending from NOWTECH. If you're not seeing this screen, it means that your phone does not have a default email platform set up. But what we want is for the prospect who is receiving the content from you to know who it's coming from. And by it pulling open your email, they'll see your name or your email account. And when they communicate, it's coming back to your personal email. That NOWTECH is no longer in the middle of the conversation. However, when they click the link that is inside of the message, that is when NOWTECH is notified and you send or you receive an alert noting when that person has clicked on the content that you have sent. So it is now inside of my personal email that I can go in and edit the content. So it's not on the preview pane, it's inside of your personal email that has been opened up where you can make edits. Now, I could have NOWTECH AI simultaneously open, and I could grab this script and say, I also know that Ben really likes cycling. Can you please update this message so that it includes something about cycling? So NOWTECH AI is a great way to leverage these scripts to be able to customize them for the prospect that you're going to be reaching out to. After I have edited it and made the revisions that I want, I can click send, and it has now been sent out of my personal email. And then I go back, I clicked on the top left, there was a way to get right back into the app. So this would be a way to just go down a list of people, would be to import a list, use the contacts here, the CRM, and to be able to work a list of people, inviting them to try a product, to try a promotion, to take a look at the opportunity. I'm sure you get the picture. There's lots of content in there to be able to share. Hopefully you can identify what is the right content to be able to bring to that potential prospect. So with that, I've said a lot, like I said I would. Just remember NOWTECHtraining.com. It will simplify it. It will get specific to a feature set inside of the app, and so that you can go about getting started trying to use the app to grow your business. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to leave with a challenge. That is one, to send out, first, I guess it's to download the app to your phone. But I want to make sure that you don't take this information and leave it aside, but engage in it today. You send out 2 messages today to somebody in your downline organization. Check out the app. I'm trying it out. I want to get your experience. And then it is tomorrow to be able to go and reach out to 5 new prospects, import them into your app, and then to be able to reach out and have them be introduced to NOWTECH through the NOWTECH app. You'll see how this will help you create conversations, whether it's in text, whether it's in social media, whether it's in email. The NOWTECH app is going to help you deliver that content, and then you'll be able to get that notification when they review it. You're automatically going to have someone to be able to follow up with that you can start drilling down into their level of interest and to be able to introduce NOWTECH's full products or full opportunity just by using the NOWTECH app. I will pause there and turn it back over to Mark. Maybe there's something specific I need to dive into. I'm happy to, or we can set up another training call tomorrow at Tuesday. That is another place where you can bring your questions. So that is an open forum. If you go to events.manotech.com, that is where I know there is a link to be able to join those calls at 11:30 Central Time. And so any questions that you may have pop up today, bring those to tomorrow's call and I will address them individually. So that's another opportunity to be able to get your questions answered.
Great, Ben, that's fantastic. Thank you, really, really. It's interesting, and I've learned a few more things as well today, and I need to get stuck in, as we say, for sure. Thank you so much. Great pleasure to have you on the call. Yeah, and I was thinking, as Ben has pointed out, I think techie questions, I've got one. I'll be sending it through the platform, which will help. In the early days, they really appreciate that, actually. Rather than, excuse me, don't you understand it? I got a very nice message back from the tech team saying, thank you so much. This is helping us advance the whole app, getting things working smoothly, which is absolutely brilliant. So fantastic with tomorrow, with Ben doing his call tomorrow. I think that's really cool too. And hey, he's just given his email out to 43 people, so things could get busy. Things could get busy. And I look forward to seeing you in person sometime soon, Ben, which is lovely. So thanks again, absolutely brilliant. And as Ben had said, when I first started using NOWTECH online, there was one page. I can't remember whether it was 2000 or 2001. There was one landing page and that was about it. And we got excited when we had 2 pages. And the thing is, as Ben had said, use, apply, do it, just click. As Lisa said, just get stuck in and do it. And it's for sure, when you look at the screen, I'm on my computer as opposed to phone, and it does look these funny little squiggly bits everywhere. Just click on something and see what happens. The good news is you can't really go wrong, and what I've seen is the app is so tight, it's not crashing at all. It's wonderful. There are no issues on that thing. So if it looks funny or you want to know what it does, click on it, which is absolutely brilliant. And I really like the recent addition of the orders coming in, so we can see what are happening with our customers. So that's brilliant, guys. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to say this Thursday at 7:30, we're privileged with the EPAC, the call at 7:30 here in UK and 8:30 European time, or mainland, should I say. We've got Luciani Fidalgo, Gold Presidential, who'll be sharing how we share our business to people, how we can get more people into the app. And on the 23rd of June, a date not to be missed, guys, our global connection, once again, 6 o'clock here in the UK, 7 o'clock mainland Europe. We've got Steve Edwards as a privileged guest, which is, as you know, just finished a 1,000 marathon epic 43-year journey. So something to really tap into there as well. I think I've just about covered it. Catherine, how are we doing? Looking good? Ben, looking good?
Yeah, I appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Ben. So can we give Ben a good European wave and wonder?
And thank you all. I appreciate it.